Hello Clash here, doing a quick video on kind of a Lava Hound deck spotlight. So this is my current deck, having quite a bit of success, pushing up a little further in Legends Arena than I have been. Recently hit a new all-time high, but I recently got a question from Cann Games on YouTube where he left a comment asking, do I have any recommendations on a Lava Hound deck if that's your only Legendary? So I tried to put one together. I'm going to show you the substitutions I made on this deck. I recommended either the ice or the fire spirits, but instead of the miner, we are going to sub in the goblin barrel for obvious reasons. It's something you can kind of put anywhere on the map. And then instead of the inferno dragon, instead of allowing that to melt the towers, we're going to use the tombstone as a distraction to get more time for the pups to do what they need to do on the tower. So I was able to play a few matches in friendly battle within my clan, thanks to a couple guys to help me out here. So I could show off a little bit of the gameplay here. So the first two games I played, I won. So the first was against Goku, who I think might be a YouTube watcher. So shout out to him for helping out here. He's running a giant P.E.K.K.A deck with a poison, which is a very common deck in the game right now. So we'll see how this turns out. So I throw down the Lava Hound. He downs the pump. And I find that to be very good. If somebody throw down a pump, they're a little bit of elixir shortage, and often you can get a really strong push in the first time. So I'm going to follow it up with some minions because it's what I had at the time. He uses poison, kind of misses the Hound. I send in the dragon. He uses a freeze, so I get that tombstone down. So you want that down because when that lava hop pops, those skeletons help distract whatever troops are on the board and the tower. Plus I got the goblin barrel in there. Almost a perfect time is just when it popped, and it quickly melted the tower. So that's almost perfect for what you want to try to execute with this deck the way I built it. And obviously, see the skeletons keep distracting, and it keeps everything going. When you get it to work right, it's really hard to deal with. So he's bringing a bowler. So now I'm going to play a little bit defensive here, sending some air troops. This is primarily an air deck. The only thing you got that touches the ground is the tombstone and the fire spirits. The tombstone's really good for blocking riders and princes. Fire spirits are good for distracting P.E.K.K.A.s and lumberjacks. He had a pretty good effective freeze spell there. But you see the skeletons kept on distracting it, so they weren't taking shots at the dragon. So you can see this is the first time I played the deck. I did okay. It could have been better with troop placement and timing and things like that. So still learning these things. So see here, I'll draw that that giant over. So obviously the tombstone is great against the giant as well, for luring. And most of these air cards are good at defensive cards as well as offensive cards. So you can see being able to element of surprise and drop that goblin barrel. Once you know they have freeze, once you see the freeze come down, that means he probably doesn't have zap, so he was running poison and freeze. If you can bait those spells, the goblin barrel is very deadly. So a few more seconds, this probably would have been a 3-crown. So good game, Goku. Thanks for playing along. So that's example number 1 of how to play this deck against a giant P.E.K.K.A poison, which is kind of the meta in the game right now. You see a ton of that. Let's watch another replay against Daddy Longlegs, aka Sir Joseph. Now he's only level 8, but he called me out in the friendly challenge, so I wanted to show him my new deck. So He's running a mini P.E.K.K.A. Hog Rider deck. He comes with a hard first charge here. I didn't have a great starting hand for stopping something like that, but I was able to use minions and uh, you know, if I didn't quite see that wizard, I probably wouldn't have played that. He was able to easily deal with what I had there. So definitely threw that barrel at the bad time. So I dropped the dragon to take care of those. The dragon's a great defensive troop for splash damage. Get some hits off on the tower. He probably uses an ill-advised fireball there. The dragon was almost dead, and that was a kind of an even elixir trade. So I'm gonna drop the Hound. Gonna start going on the map. Not too really worried about those spear goblins. Doing a little chip damage. I think I'm gonna get the tombstone down now, which also protects me against his hog, which I knew he already had. And the minions will support that. Easily take out the hog, and now I've got all kinds of support coming. So I try to time it here. I thought that wizard would be locked on the Hound and the goblin barrel would take him out. Didn't quite work out that way. So baby dragon's coming down. Easily deals with the splash damage and the wizard. Doesn't quite get the tower. I sneak some fire spirits in, which are get his tower. So now get my tombstone down. I'm gonna use the mega minion to defend against that wizard, and regular minions take out the rest of the stuff along with the tombstone. And then I'm gonna drop the Hound in the front yard, and he is officially in trouble with all those skeletons coming, both towers shooting at the Hounds, the dragon coming in. Throw the goblin barrel in for good measure, and things are going to go really badly really fast when this happens. So this kind of shows how the win conditioning works. You got kind of a lot of options. You can get a mega minion and a dragon on the tower, or minions and a mega minion, or the lava hound, or the goblin barrel. You have a lot of options to do a lot of damage if you can distract the tower and get a lot of those little units on there. So that's this deck in a nutshell. So Cann Games, I hope you find this helpful. Hope you can use the deck, try it, maybe tweak it, see what works for you. There's a lot of options to play around with some of these units. I think the main thing is that you want your Lava Hound, the Tombstone, and the Goblin Barrel. What you use for defensive and support units are around it. Probably you can play around with. You can use the poison instead of the zap. You could consider putting a elixir pump in there to try to get a bigger elixir advantage if you want to play to more defense. So good luck. Thanks for the comment. If other people want to see some deck spotlights, maybe it's something we can start doing. Thanks for watching.